Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John. Here's Skyler beside me. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
And Mikey in the van, Vancouver, Canada. How you doing, bud?
Mouthful of peanut butter. Doing great.
Fucking mouthful of peanut butter. Perfect for recording a podcast.
Yeah.
Before we go a second further, I got a gripe. I have to get off my fucking chest, boys.
Oh, no.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. This is what we do here.
I wrote this down on my phone the other day. You guys know this about me. A few of our listeners will know this about me. I'm a bit of a bus person.
Yep.
I take buses a lot.
Yep.
One could say you're a bus boy.
I'm a bus boy. If you want to say that, I'm not going to dispute you. I've been on a lot of buses in my life.
Some might even call you a cuck.
Golly, like, what a homo.
Jesus.
Who said that?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Fucking shots fired from the peanut gallery.
Is that Rory?
Someone's fucking...
That might have been Rory. That might have been our fourth expert, Rory, calling in there.
So,
You can't be saying golly.
You can't be saying golly on this show. It's 2020.
No.
I take a lot of buses. I was on the bus this week. Looking rude.
Rude.
Sorry, the peanut butter really got to me.
Yeah.
And you know what fucking really grinds my gears, and this is a gripe that the world needs to understand.
Let's hear it.
When you're like, you get on the bus, you're there 5 minutes earlier, I got my fucking coffee. Depending on what station I pick the bus up at, I'll get a little Jamaican patty for the road.
Yeah.
Normal thing to do. Sitting on the bus, eating my patty, sucking down my cuff. Bus takes off, goes about 30 feet, and then you look behind me to my right, back and to the left, as JFK would know, and you see some fucking person running to the bus.
Oh, no.
Usually a girl. Usually a girl. I'm not going to say it's always girls, but it's usually a fucking girl.
It's like an 85%.
85%. 87%. Like, it's top percentile.
I'll give you that.
Run into the bus, and then the bus
80+.
slows down, recognizing, like, oh, this poor girl, 87% of the time, and then she stops running and walks the last 30 feet.
Oh.
Nothing grinds me worse. Like, you were late.
God.
You're making the bus late. You ran from wherever your mom dropped you off
Yeah.
to the bus. The bus is leaving. You still got your knees up and your fucking purse slapping off your hip.
Yeah.
And then the bus acknowledges, we see you. We're going to slow down. We're going to open the door. And then you stop running?
Start
Like, are you, excuse me, are you not late anymore?
Yeah.
Is the rest of the bus on time all of a sudden? Like, excuse me? You're going to walk?
As a bus driver, you just got to start driving.
Oh, the
away.
bus driver should pick up. As soon as that chick's knees go down, so does the fucking, like, airbag on that bus. You lift up and you leave.
Yeah, I want to hear those beeps, man.
You fucking run. You get that heart rate up. You run to the door. You get in, you apologize, and you sit down in the closest seat. You do not stop running.
Well, actually, before you sit down, you look every single person in the eye on the bus and wink and say, sorry, just mouth sorry. Okay, that's what you do. Then you sit down.
Yeah. If you're not sorry at all, I wouldn't be. A few pleasantry sorries for the bus.
Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
But to
Just
stop
open air sorries.
20, 30 feet short, and you're just going to walk the rest of the way, sometimes pop your goddamn phone out and send out a text.
Wow.
You're a cuck piece of
Fucking
shit.
piece of shit, cuck. Oh, nothing grinds
Bottom
me.
of the barrel,
Nothing
piece of
grinds
shit.
me.
Oh, that's horrible.
Horrible fucking people in this world.
That's bus life, though.
That's bus life.
That is
Public
bus life,
transit's pretty fucking rough.
It's rough, but also, like, I usually just take public transit to a place, like a big city, where I do not want to park, and also I do not own a vehicle.
That's true.
So I can borrow yours, and I'm just going to fucking struggle to find parking on Queen Street somewhere downtown Toronto, and that's a nightmare.
I get that.
Or I'll take the bus, and it costs $15.
Yeah.
Which is, like,
I only
cheaper
take
than
the bus
gas.
nowadays.
It's cheaper than gas.
I take the bus nowadays when I'm drinking, which is, that's the responsible thing to do.
Sure.
It's the adult thing to do. But, I mean, I remember taking the bus. It was fucking horrible. Like, to have to rely on it every day. Like, there's so many, like, social injustices that happen, it seems. Like, for instance, like someone getting on the bus with a fully stuffed backpack on their back, which seems appropriate. You get on the bus, but then they don't take it off, and they're talking and they're moving, and the bus is moving them, and they're standing there. They're as wide as two people now. They're barrel-chested motherfucker, and they're just bumping into everybody. It's like you get 4 or 5 of them up front of the bus. It's American Gladiators trying to get through to the back.
Yeah, it is.
Gauntlet,
That's
yeah.
a gauntlet.
Okay, like
Fucking
it's a fucking gauntlet.
Turbo and Hightower and
Yeah.
shit right there. Yeah.
Take your
Laser.
fucking take your backpack off, tuck it between your legs, and hold on to the thing with one hand like a man.
Yeah.
Put it in
Okay,
your goddamn
you don't
feet.
need both hands.
You don't need both hands. Get off your phone.
Yeah.
Get off your phone.
Get off your
acknowledge that you
goddamn phone.
suck.
Oh my
Get off
god.
your phone.
Like we're all in this together. Let's try and work together here, people. You know,
Yeah.
if this was speed, I would have killed 98% of the
Oh
people
my
on
God.
that bus if I was in the speed bus.
If I was on the
Just be like,
speed
we're
bus, I
going
would,
down
like,
anyways. I'm just gonna get rid of everybody and enjoy this last hour.
If I was okay, I don't know what I would do if I was Sandra Bullock in Speed. I think she did the right thing. She, drove that bus as hard as she could. If I was
Keanu.
anybody else in that movie, like the cop on the side that they found, I'd be like,
Jumped.
where is the ransom demand? You have a bus full of bus people that are gonna die
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus
No one important.
me
obviously.
giving you like $10 million. It's like those
It's not worth it.
37 people. How many people are on a city bus? Like, fuck them. Let them
I'd
go.
say 70.
There's not 70 people on a bus.
Yeah, but weren't they gonna drive the bus into like the state building or something? Wasn't that the?
No, there's
I
just a
don't know.
bomb on
Into
the bus.
something?
If the bus slowed down, it blew up. It'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But
Like,
they were
there-
trying
there's
to
no
get the bus
senators
to
on
like
this
a
bus.
base.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
Or something.
senators.
No,
Who's
no,
a
of course.
ti-
There's
no
no
titan
world
of
leaders.
No titan of industry on this
Yeah.
bus. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, someone's
The
gonna have
president of the United States is not on this
to.
bus.
Yeah.
Just Carol.
Fucking Carol at the fucking diner's gonna have to
Yeah.
work a double today because fucking
Yeah.
Sarah didn't show up. Like, who gives a shit? Like, blow those people up.
But like how
Coming
come these
from a
people
bus
aren't
person.
hurling themselves?
Yeah.
How come these people aren't hurling themselves off the bus?
Why aren't they getting off the bus?
It's true.
Why? And especially when like Dennis Hopper's like, if anyone jumps off that bus, I'm gonna fucking trigger it and they die.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't think like, yeah, but fuck those people. They're bus people. I'm jumping
I'm
off.
off the bus.
I'm the one
Yeah,
person
I
getting
don't-
off.
But
Yeah.
how you getting off this bus?
Jump,
In
open-
tuck and
you're on like
roll.
a highway though.
tuck and roll,
Tuck and roll,
But no,
bitch.
like it's like,
tuck and roll.
you're gonna
Risk
get
it.
Dude, are you kidding me? It's either
You're
blow up in
gonna
a bus
You're
or
gonna
maybe
be
break
really
an arm.
hurt. You're absolutely gonna be very injured, and there'll be broken bones. But you're not blowing up in a fucking bus with Keanu
But I mean, like,
Reeves.
Yeah, dude.
like you're gonna jump into oncoming traffic and just get run over. You're gonna
Yes.
No, the
Yes.
door's on the right.
die. Yeah.
You're gonna dump to the
It
jump
is.
to the
like
It's
ditch.
on the sidewalk
You're not
side.
Roll to the
No,
ditch.
it's sidewalk side.
No.
Sidewalk side.
Like they were on like a 4-lane highway. Like,
Eventually, at the beginning, they're like in the like
if you pick your spot, you might be able to find
sidewalk
some
side.
bushes.
Mike's right. Sidewalk side.
Pick,
Yeah.
dude, pick your spot. Fucking roll out into a parked car. Who gives a shit? You're not on a blowing up bus.
Fuck all those
you
other
know?
people. Fuck them.
Yeah.
If anything, you're trying to find a car that's parked so
Like,
you can like jump.
That should be the movie. Just the bottleneck of everyone trying to jump off the bus at the same time. And, like,
2, 1.
fucking Ving Rhames or some shit's like just stuck in the door with everyone trying to squirm past him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the movie.
That's
Who the fuck is Ving Rhames?
He was like that guy that was in all those 90s movies. He's probably,
Marcellus Wallace from
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction.
he's probably dead now.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's probably dead now. I think he was in Speed. I have no idea. He looks like he was in the bus.
Big dude, big dude.
He
Big
could
dude.
have been in Speed, yeah. Definitely Armageddon.
Definitely Armageddon. Definitely Green
I
Mile.
feel like he dressed up as a woman in one movie too.
Tootsie?
Tu Wong Fu.
Tu Wong Fu?
There's so many inconsiderate trans movies.
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire, was that him?
Could have been.
That might have been
Might have
him.
been him.
Could
Might
have
have
been
been
him.
In whiteface. In
In
whiteface.
fucking pie face.
In pie face.
So do we have
So what are we on about?
Yeah, so I was on about fucking bus people being trash.
Yeah, they are pretty
Do we have any
trash.
other
They
pertinent
are.
news
They're
we
the
should
worst.
get out before we get to the topic at hand?
Mike, you got any gripes over
Mike,
there,
do you got
bud?
any gripes? What's fucking deep in your chaff this week?
Yeah.
No, life's fucking easy going
How's
right
life?
now.
How's life between jobs?
I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
I'm unemployed. There's a show on the weekend. I got friends coming the next weekend. There's a show right after that again. Like, I got a month of fucking partying to do. Like, no, I'm good, man.
Nice.
Like,
February.
I mean, I can definitely piggyback on some gripes, but there's nothing.
That's the beauty of the spring. There's a bunch of shows popping up in the Toronto area that I'm pretty stoked for. I got tickets to one show. Me and my buddy G are gonna go see Agnostic Front and Sick of It All.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking gonna be a banger. But also playing in the same month.
That's a couple months, right?
It's in April. But also in April, Death by Stereo is opening for Strung Out. It's like, that's a fucking show. Like, that is I've never seen Strung Out. I really like that band. I've seen Death by Stereo a lot, but they fell off the map for me in like 2007. So it's been a while. I don't know if they still have new albums. I have no idea. But it's like, that's a fun show. I don't have a ticket or anything, but like, that's one of those, like, I'll decide week of, like, depending on what the schedule looks like. But yeah, it's like the spring just opens up, like, oh, bands are touring and shit, like, kind of getting out of that. I'm still in hunker down, like, don't spend money in the winter kind of feeling, but like, there's some like sunlight creeping in. April looks like it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think
one cool thing about this city is that I feel like as a Canadian destination for international bands, it's the perfect winter stop.
Right.
And it has been, like, from what I've seen over the last 2 winters, like yeah, they probably won't play Calgary or fucking Saskatoon, but they'll still come to Toronto and Vancouver.
Yep.
Right? Like, or if they don't even come to Toronto, they'll hit Vancouver. It's like, you know, it's plus 5 degrees.
They're so close
every
to the
day
border.
here.
Yeah. If you're doing a West Coast porter, you can do Vancouver. If you're doing East Coast, you can do Toronto. No one, like, they might do Calgary, but they're only doing Calgary if they're also doing Edmonton and they're also doing some, you know, whatever northern fucking
and
state.
That's
like,
June, July, August.
It's gotta be in the summer.
It's gotta be in the summer. No one's going to Calgary in the winter. Fuck no.
Winnipeg?
No.
This never had a concert in his life.
No. Fuck no.
No.
They got a pretty cool festival, apparently. I've never been. But...
Yeah, but it's only locals.
Yeah, it's like the Arkells.
No, it's like a blues fest.
Yeah, Arkells.
Are we talking Winnipeg? They're from Hamilton.
That's what I'm saying, though. There's nothing good comes out of Winnipeg.
It's the Arkells. They'll play Winnipeg's festival. You're right.
Exactly, right. The Guess Who.
But yeah, I don't know. RJ, have you ever heard of the Black Halos?
No, I don't know.
They're like a Dead Boys kind of style band. They're from like the 80s and 90s. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, they're their own thing, but they have that Dead Boys fucking just pissy, snotty attitude.
Sonic
right?
Producer is
one
of the greatest songs of all time.
Oh, it's one of the best songs of all time, for sure.
For sure.
Of all fucking time. Like, every word of that song, it hits me.
Yeah.
But, so the Black Halos are playing next week with Bishop's Green, which is like a boy band.
Oh, yeah.
And then my favorite band in Vancouver, hardcore band, Chain Whip. They're fucking awesome. So they're playing, and then there's my friends are coming to town, and then Rich Hope. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's like a blues rocker, but like plays pool hall music kind of thing. Like it's legit, it's good, it's catchy, it's real rock and roll, and he's playing with this band called the Vicious Cycles. And when Rory was here and we partied for my birthday, the Vicious Cycle played, and they're just like they're a rock and roll biker band. Like, they're just fucking awesome, man. Right. They play punk rock and they play good old rock and roll, and so it's just like, spring's here, fucking like every month there's a wicked show happening, if not multiple shows throughout the month. Yeah, just killer.
Shows are the most important thing in life. And speaking of shows, like our our collective favorite band, Lars Fredriksson, he announced like he's doing like a solo show in March for the Dropkick Murphys. He's opening, and there's a hot second we were discussing like, are we going to fucking Boston to see this? And it was like, you know what? No. Even though every part of me is like, absolutely, we need to go.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing on Instagram, he's been adding more dates to his solo thing.
So maybe he'll come to Toronto.
Maybe not Toronto, but maybe closer than Boston.
Boston. It's pronounced Boston.
And even if it's not
Boston.
this year, it is in the realm of like, please, Lars, do some fucking solo.
And if it's going to happen in Canada, it's like definitely going to happen in Toronto and maybe only Toronto.
And
so,
maybe
like,
Montreal. But, like, Montreal's 5
Maybe
hours
Montreal.
away. I'll drive to that. I'm not driving fucking 12 hours or so to Boston.
Boston.
I would go to...
it's the Murphys, too, right? It's like, the Murphys will be fun, but it's also like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. I think they have some cool songs, but as far as, like, the amount of albums they have of just, like, that's a song...
Yeah, I'm not a Murphys.
I'm not a Murphys.
I'll listen. I enjoy them.
I'll enjoy
listen
them.
to them, but I'm not traveling.
Not traveling for them. Yeah.
You know?
I like them.
I like the 20 years ago Murphys. All those songs are fucking great.
I wouldn't say all those. I'd say they have some songs that are cool.
Yeah.
Like,
they do
but when you see them live,
tracks
like, those are the
years.
best songs. I'll give them that. Like, you see them live, they have a very curated set list. It's like, okay, you're gonna hear Rose Tattoo, you're gonna hear all those songs. Yeah. But as far as, like, wearing a Dropkick Murphys t-shirt, like, no. There's way too much.
Not for the last 15 years.
No. But Lars Fredriksson.
I mean, like, it would be fun, but yeah, like you said, Boston. I mean, the only appeal, and it's already sold out, I looked. The only appeal would be to go actually on St. Patrick's Day, because that is their show. Like, they do it every year, right, in Boston. And Lars is playing that one.
Right.
So it was fucking Dropkick, Boston, Patty's Day, Lars opening. That's the only one, as far as I can see, worth going to, and it's already sold out.
The rest of the week
Sold
I was
out
looking at was fucking sick, though. Like, I would,
Yeah,
if I
but,
had
I mean,
the money, I would do it, but I
it's not Patty's
don't. So I'm not. But, like, Old
What
Firm
I'm saying is
Casuals
it's not
are
enough
rad.
of an appeal.
Dark Buster's
Not enough of an
cool.
appeal.
I like that band. Like, they're my sleeper hit of 2019. I like them. That's what I like.
Right.
That's what I like.
I'd go. But if it wasn't in Boston, I would go. I'm not driving all the way to fucking Boston to see Dark Buster and Dropkick Murphys. Like, that's not new.
No.
But I do like them.
Well, it's like those cruises and the punk rock bowling thing, too. Like, as much as I would like to experience that and go down one time or do something fun like that with a group of people, like, that would be fun. But it's like all of these bands, usually there's one definite one that I would love to see. But then it's just like a bunch of other bands that are kind of like, whatever. It'd be nice. If I'm going to be there, I'm going to see the show.
Yeah.
But it's not enough of an appeal to get me over that hump. And when I say hump and over, I mean the border. Obviously.
The border. Yeah.
Right? Like
border hump.
the border hump.
The border hump.
There's no fence up here in Canada town.
Yeah, I would like to do that as far as, like, go with, like, the gang of pals.
Sure, that's
And
the
that's
appeal,
the
though.
appeal.
It's not
That's the
going
appeal,
all the
though.
way down there.
But it's like
just
all the
to
way
see
down
this one
there
band I
doesn't
like.
matter. Those bands, like, it will be fun, but honestly,
Yeah.
we all got together in September and saw Rancid, and I don't remember any of
Exactly.
it. But I did have the best night of
Exactly.
my summer. It was unreal fun. But,
Dick
like,
Whiskey? You
for
remember
sure.
Dick Whiskey?
I remember all that stuff. But, like, when they actually went on, like, I don't remember any of that.
No.
It was
No, I
fun. I
blacked
was
out
in
for an
pit
hour
the
and a
whole
half.
time. I lost my shirt. Like, it was fun. But, like,
Totally. But I don't remember any of it.
is that the appeal? Like, no, it's going with you guys. Like, that's the appeal.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to
Yeah.
go to fucking Boston and see Dark Buster with the Dropkick Murphys by myself. Like, there's no fun in that.
Yeah.
I would have fun.
Well,
I'd
it's
meet
same
some
thing
people,
when
but it's not the same thing.
Yeah,
at all.
that's fair.
No.
Well, like Rancid and Pennywise was playing just over the border last summer.
Yeah.
In the summer. And it was like, I had a friend that wanted to go, and then he backed out right as we were going to buy tickets. And it's like, well, I'm not going to go on my own. Like,
Yeah.
I got work, and I got this, and I got that. And it's like, I would love to see Rancid. I would love to see Pennywise in Washington. But, the appeal is going with a friend or multiple friends or a group of people. It's not just the band. And
Right.
just, like, I want to share that experience with, like, the traveling and fucking laughing and staying in a hotel
Yeah.
and all that shit. I don't want to just do that myself. I
But
just
you know
don't.
what? It also goes
not enough.
both ways. Whereas, like, I get you 100%. Like, that's the funnest. When I think of, like, Rockfest, whenever that was, 2013
Oh,
or
yeah.
14. Like, that was so fun with all of us.
Yeah.
Laughing and having fun. But then when it's an event like punk rock bowling that caters to that, like, travel with all your friends to this event and like have those memories. Like I hate that. I hate that curated.
I don't want to
thing.
do it.
Like
I don't wanna
fuck
do
off. And the flogging Molly tour, like boat tour, whatever. Like yes, it does sound cool because it would be with you guys.
Yeah.
But then when I think
That's
of
it,
everyone else that's just like a 905er that has more money than they do have sense that is going to be there, I'm like, those are going to be the worst people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just that curated, like I get the band's understanding, like they're on the same wavelength as us. Like let's do an event that all the pals and the buds can all come together and rent a hotel room and just be sloppy.
Yeah.
So it
But,
makes
yeah.
business sense for them to set that up. And me as a party have fun with my friends, like that makes sense. But then the cynical punk in me is also like, yeah, but fuck that. Like don't tell me where to have fun. Like let's just go to the
it's also
Legion
just
next
a big
week.
ass.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the
Yeah,
Legion.
exactly.
Let's just go to the Legion.
We'll go to the Legion.
Yeah.
We'll drink fucking $4, $4
Yeah.
beers
Yeah.
and play some darts and get in a fight.
Right.
Like, it's all well
Yeah,
and good.
like get out of here with your fucking airfare included bullshit. Like fuck off with all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's all this effort for like, yeah, the payoff is there and the band's there and your friends are there, but it's like it's got to be the perfect storm or it doesn't
Right.
make sense. Like I've flown across the country a dozen times now to see bands and all around the fucking continent, northern states and shit, right? And like Canada.
Yeah.
But it's like it's got to make sense. And yeah, I was young and I did it on my own a bunch, but it was like because I was young and like
Yeah.
thirsty. Now I'm old and
Yeah.
fucking
Well satisfied.
my mouth is wet as fuck. You know,
Drooling when I sleep.
so it's like I'm
When you
yeah,
sleep.
I'm only traveling for the real deal.
I like that these things come up though, and then we still like entertain. Like, oh, this is enough to go do those things.
Yeah.
But that week in September when we were all together, because like, oh, Rancid is playing, let's all meet up. Like every other day that week was just as fun, if not more. It's like you just need the good friendships, like as fucking gay as that sounds.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's the
No, it's
appeal.
important.
It's like, okay, so there's an excuse to all get together, but it's not like I need to go to see Rancid to have fun. Like that is also really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like we
No,
could all like set up a weekend to just go to whatever
Cottage.
random cottage, random camping site,
Yeah.
random hotel in Gatineau, Quebec, and have the most fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah,
there's
for sure.
we don't have
It's
to
just
add
about being
concert
together.
tickets on top of that. Like that doesn't add
no.
much.
No, it's well, and also like at that point, like not to like beat it up, but you were living in Ireland, and I didn't know you were moving back. And I didn't know when I was going to see you again.
Right.
And I hadn't seen your brother in a handful of years,
Right.
and it's like, and all this stuff's changing in his life. So it's like, okay, well, fucking
It's a
let's
good
get
time.
together then,
Great time. Yeah.
right? Rancid was just the cherry on top, and I mean, it was a couple cherries. It was a big fat fucking cherry, but wasn't totally necessary. It was just the appeal of being together and partying and having a good time.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
It was an okay time, yeah.
Oh, speaking of partying and having a good time,
Yeah.
what's our topic this week?
Aaron
Aaron
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
That guy had
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
The guy
fucking
loves
time.
partying.
Fucking
Good
cuck
time.
Piece of shit.
Cuck piece of shit?
Yeah, I thought he was a cuck piece of shit.
I thought he was
Explain
misunderstood.
yourself. Explain
I feel
yourself.
like I don't know this documentary like really makes a point of like that we watched and it was just like they try to make us like sympathetic and it's just like yeah but the guy
Well, they also tried to make him into a homosexual, and there was very little
Very
proof.
little evidence. So little. They were just like,
But they drove it into the last fucking moment.
there was evidence that one guy said that they
I don't
that
know.
one fucking guy though.
That's just
But
one
he,
guy saying
interviewed
something.
that guy like 3 times, and he kept saying like, "Yeah, me and like Aaron's relationship was from like grade 7 to grade 10, and then we were like friends and all that shit." He like talked about it like 3 times,
yeah
and then at one point, I'm like, "Are they getting at he's gay?" And like me and Skyler's roommate like just like twirls her head around like The Exorcist, and it's like, "Yeah, he said it like 4 times," and I was just like.
We used to horseplay. That was our thing.
I'm just like,
Love horse playing and having fun with each other.
like, no part of me took this dude saying that we had a relationship as like, oh, they're gay though. Like,
No.
this is all just like one guy saying it, and it probably
No, it's all bullshit.
It probably happened,
Well, it might have happened. It might have happened.
Yeah.
Right?
but
Might
there's
have.
no other.
And like the dude saying, like he said at one point, and I don't want to like split hairs here, but the guy was like, in front of his dad, was like, said something like, well, and then I finally admitted that I was a bisexual,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, you're gay. You're just gay, dude. Like, stop trying to please your father here. He said he's okay with you being gay. You're not a bisexual. You're just fucking gay, and you can't let go of that
That's
other
so-
past and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Is that just like to appease his dad though? To
You
say that,
definitely.
like,
Yeah, I
and that really
think-
bums
I
me
think-
out. Is like, yes, I am
fucking
a
blows.
straight white male, the worst thing you can be in the world.
Yeah.
But there's
Sure.
absolutely nothing wrong with being gay. Like, it's totally normal. It's
Yeah.
fine. But it's so weird that people have still like so hung up on it. And this is a quick sidebar. When I was
think
in
it's
like
the churchy bunch.
university, I was like the house, like street man. I don't even remember what it was called. But I managed like 3 different houses on the street. Like, it's like kind of like the RA, whatever they like the RA, like you'd like the hall monitor.
The Dougler.
I was a Dougler, but for like, I was the Dougler for like 3 houses on the street. Like, they're all just like big dumb fucking frat houses, and I'd go in and make sure people did their chores and shit, and it was fine. But there was like the house beside me had an obvious screaming flamboyant gay dude,
Yeah.
and I got along
Yeah.
with him fucking great, and we met, and I just immediately assumed he's out and everybody knows it just by the way he acts,
Yeah.
everything, the way he
Carries
dresses,
himself,
stereotypes, whatever. But you just know
Yeah.
when you know.
You know.
And then maybe like 4 or 5 months later, he made some big like Facebook blog post. And he's like, I have a thing I want to talk about. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, this is it. He's announcing to the world. And I'm reading it. And he's going on about how he's always been misidentified. And he doesn't know how to like approach social situations. And he always feels like he's like a subordinate or he's inferior than everyone. And he just has to get this off his chest. And I'm like, here we go. And I'm reading it. It's like 2-3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And finally at the end, it's like, I'm Mexican American and I'm fucking proud of it. And I was just like, what? Like, what
Took
the
a
fuck
twist.
are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, no one gives a shit that you're
Yeah.
Mexican. Like, what are you talking? And I was so fucking
I mean,
lost.
I guess somebody did. One
Yeah.
person at least.
But it was
did.
just that,
I mean,
like, he's just some guy
Yeah.
that's, like, so deep in a closet that he thought, like, whatever vibes he was getting was, like, race-related.
Maybe.
But it's
Maybe
like-
both.
So wait, he's not out? He's
Oh,
not
he
openly...
is now. Oh, of course he's. I'm not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
my radar is
No,
fucking
okay.
Doppler. Like, I fucking know what's
Yeah.
up. Like, this has come out way later. Like, yes, he's
Too many rum jobs.
he's out and he's happy and, like, fucking, he's so proud, whatever. Like, he's brave, all those things.
You know what Aaron Hernandez's dad would say about that?
What's that? What would Aaron's dad say?
Slap the faggot right out of you.
Jesus.
What was that, Mr. Hernandez? What did you say?
Slap the faggot right out of you.
Mr. Hernandez, that is so offensive.
Wow.
You cannot
So
say
offensive.
that word.
No, you can't call
you
into
can't-
our show.
You can't say that word on iHeartRadio.
No.
This is iHeartRadio right now. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this fucking poor kid thought like all the weird vibes and shit he was getting were because he was Mexican. It's like, no one gives a fuck about that. No one even cares you're gay. But the fact that he was like, whatever, so, I don't know, his, like, I guess, opinion of himself was so low, he didn't even consider that it's like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess, like, you're probably hypersensitive. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're gay.
No.
Like, I mean, it does, but it
might.
doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's hypersensitive because he's gay, but it's like,
I don't know.
it's a byproduct of being gay
Yeah.
because you probably, and most people, I'm digging a hole here. Okay,
What
most
are we
people,
talking about right now? Like, why are you?
I just
I
want
have
to
no
say,
idea anymore.
like, back to Aaron Hernandez.
Why are you
Back
so
to
gay?
Aaron Hernandez's first boyfriend that couldn't even say he's gay beside his dad. He had to say, like, oh, I'm bisexual.
Bisexual.
Like, just say
what a
you're...
homo.
And that fucking point in the video went, like, for, like, 40 minutes of this movie. It's, like, zoomed in on this guy's face, and then it just zooms out, and his fucking dad is sitting beside him the whole time.
Yeah.
We used to horseplay. That was our thing.
That's the exact
We used to love
spot.
horseplaying and
And
having fun with each other.
It's just horseplay.
then just horseplay.
He just loved horseplay,
Just kid
okay?
stuff. Just kid stuff. Just kid stuff.
Oh fuck. But like, he got like acquitted on like a couple murders.
The second batch, but also I guess that's the first batch.
Yeah.
The original batch.
But
yeah, they couldn't prove that he did
I
anything.
think they used
the
they
first
used like
batch.
inconsistencies in the first whatever trial.
Yeah, that guy with no
To-
fucking eye.
Yeah. They used his like the
Yeah, that
his
guy was
vulnerabilities.
He's
and
probably
inconsistencies
lying.
in the first
He's
trial
probably
to like
lying.
get the other two.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't enough proof, right? It was hearsay, and then they proved that this guy wasn't reliable, and
Right.
blah blah blah. Doesn't mean he didn't fucking do
No.
it. I think he definitely did it.
I think he definitely did
By
it.
all accounts.
I think he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did it as well. Like it kind of all added up. Like he got mad at him.
But that's how the fucking system works. It's like, it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about who can make up a story that's right or wrong. Like, it's not about what really fucking happened. It's time and time again we're seeing this. You know?
Yeah.
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 You know, if the prosecutor's really good at their job, they
Paint
can
a
fucking
picture.
weave a web. Yeah.
Yeah, he got
I mean,
like
with Aaron Hernandez, it wasn't so much the thing, but I mean that he got off because of Jose Baez on the fucking 2 Miami murders. It's like, well, he did those though.
but he did those.
But he did those. You're just good at your job.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, he like killed himself because he thought he could get off due to fucking Boston law.
No.
I don't know if that's true.
No. He killed himself because he's a closeted gay. That's what the documentary
That's why
wants
he-
you to
Yeah,
believe.
you're right.
I don't believe that, like, he killed himself so his
No.
wife could get all the money thing.
He didn't know that.
He didn't know that. He's too thick.
No.
Yeah,
He's a dummy.
He's a dummy.
he killed himself because he got outed
He got outed on the
Full-blown
radio.
on some shitty radio station,
Some
which is
stupid bitch on the radio.
which is pretty low
So
to out
low.
somebody. Like,
And
like
there's no
that.
evidence.
No.
She had nothing to go on. And then she said that he killed himself, and then this other fucking piece of shit comes out and is like, oh yeah, we did like fucking horsing around when I was in grade 7. Like
Sucked his dick.
he came out after, and that might even just be some guy that's like, I want my 15 minutes, like I asked that D.
Yeah.
I
I want
don't
it
know.
back. I want my 15
I
minutes
want
back.
my 15
Did you
minutes.
think he was going to be painting Bob Ross pictures over there? Slap the faggot right out of you.
I mean, like that was kind
Mr.
of
Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, would you pipe down?
Just even to them thinking like he was spinning in his grave when he the news broke that he was gay. Just like, like he didn't get it all out.
That's where that sound bite's
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
He's like, Mr. Hernandez wouldn't have put up with that. He'd slap the right out of you.
I feel like there would be so much to gain, though, for being like a super athlete like Aaron Hernandez and being gay, that
He
I
just
wonder
came out.
why he wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there is a
Well,
stigma.
he grew. You saw where he grew. Yeah, the stigma.
There's
Yeah,
stigma, but think of him as like, I am some jacked, super rich fucking dude that's got a bang dude secretly on the side on my secret apartment and shit. Like, that's
He
super.
also loves Harry Potter's.
He loves fucking Harry Potter. We've already been over how much of a cuck move that is.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so if you, like, just think of it that way. Like, I'm super jacked and good looking. I play for the most popular football team in the entire world. I'm also very fucking rich. And I have to pretend to be straight and, like, bang dudes secretly, like, in some apartment that's in some shitty neighborhood, and I have a shitty neighbor that's some old lady that, like, makes scented candles. Like, why not just be out and just slay like a fucking flight attendant? Like, just spread.
Spread your nut.
Just spread nut.
Well, you know what they say, right? Tight end on the field,
think
loose end in real life.
I don't know if anyone's ever said that before. But even think of, like...
Well, that's what he should have said. That's what I'm saying is he should have. Yeah,
the sports, like, trash talk also. Like, you're on the field and it's like... You know, you're lining up in football form, whatever that shit's called, at the huddle, and you're just like, I'm going to catch this ball and then fuck you, buddy. Like,
fuck you into the ground.
We're going to circle jerk so
hard. What are you
going
to do? You're going to, like, stop me? Like, I'm gay. Like, you can't stop
also, like,
a gay
it's
guy.
Not that surprising.
Like, there's so much, like, ammo there. Like, that'd be so sick to be gay and be way better at sports than everyone and just shove it down all their faces.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stop a gay guy and touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, oh, here's your gay touchdown.
But you grow up
like,
in
that's
this
so
macho
sick.
environment.
Yeah.
You grow up in a macho environment, in a macho sport, with a macho dad who would slap the faggot right out of you.
And then that faggot
it's like, how do you feel comfortable or confident, even though that is a badass move to be
so
like, I'm the
badass.
biggest, toughest, richest,
my
baddest, and I'm just going to suck your fucking dick right off.
Yeah, I'm going to suck your dick
that's
right
cool. But...
Yeah, there's no fucking champagne splashing on my face later. Like, that's so badass.
Also, RJ, he was 20. He was fucking 20 when he went to the NFL. 20 years old, dude. Like, he's a fucking kid. Like, never mind the CTE getting in the way, but his brain isn't fucking fully formed.
Right.
Like, he hasn't... He's not a real human being. He went to school, got really good at a sport, and then that's all he did till he went to jail and died. Like, dude, like, he didn't have a real life. He didn't he was a normal human being. And growing... Like, I mean, so... It's just not a surprise that he kept it to himself. Like, for us, you know, we've also lived, like, 10 years longer than him at this point. You know what I mean?
Easy. 15.
Oh, I guess we're roughly the same ages. But, you know what I mean? Like, we've lived this much life, not in that being our reality, sports and entertainment and all that. Yeah, it's easy for us to sit here and say, like, that'd be fucking badass. Be the toughest guy and just, like, shoving dicks down other gay guys' throats. Like, you know, with consent. Like, that's bad as fuck.
He's not fucking
with consent,
Kobe
it's bad
Bryant.
as fuck.
No, he's not Kobe.
You didn't rape anybody.
No.
Being gay is not a crime.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
Murder, yeah.
But it's
Murder,
the stigma,
definitely.
the environment, and...
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's unfortunate. And it's crazy. But, I mean, he was a fucking psychopath, so screw him.
That's
how
I feel, right?
Yeah,
like,
fuck him.
I don't know if you've ever listened to this show before. You might be a first-time listener, but, like, I don't enjoy talking ill about the dead, but Aaron Hernandez is a cuck bitch.
Let the record show.
Yeah.
That's kind of, like, on par for you, buddy.
Yeah.
By the way.
Fucking cuck bitch. Yeah. That piece of shit. I don't know.
My favorite part about this whole documentary was how many kisses that fucking owner gave to everybody. He just kissed and kissed and kissed everybody.
Kraft? Yeah,
Every picture of the 5'2" owner was him kissing the nipples of all the fucking players, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he kissed everybody. Every time there was, like, something with him. He'd either blow a kiss or kiss somebody on the face, like, every picture. That was my favorite part.
He's got some money, that Robert Kraft.
He's
and,
got
like,
a bit of bucks.
After the last like Super Bowl that the New England Patriots won, he got caught at a rub and tug in Florida somewhere.
No, he didn't.
He did.
I mean, good for him. Good for him.
No, No, I'm not.
You're
fucking
just as bad as that woman on the radio.
No way. This is already out there. He got caught. Like, it was like a human trafficking thing that he got caught up in. There's a video out there of him getting jerked off.
Wow.
Yeah. By some poor
Hopefully
Like
he's got
the-
that midget dick.
That babe.
Who wants a video? Of
Some like just
Who
paying
wants
to
it
get like
floating around
rubbed
a bit?
off. Like that's some weird shit.
I don't know. Like I'd take a rub off.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
wicked.
it
I've done
awesome?
it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I've done
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I've
dude.
done
Yeah.
it.
Hand stuff all around.
Dude,
I
it's-
always.
I'm a
say.
big fan of hand stuff.
Yeah, but it's not
like,
just hand stuff. You go and you get like a 30-minute just super relaxing massage, and then when you think it can't get any
They
better,
throw a finger in your.
They make
butt.
you come.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's unbelievably awesome.
like yeah.
Like I would have paid double.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
know what I
big-
mean? Like
Don't get me wrong, hand stuff
I don't think they
is
know what they got.
fantastic, and that's one of my opening lines with a new lady.
of course.
Hand stuff's
But
great.
to like
Love hand
pay
stuff.
for hand stuff,
That's true.
like that's some
No,
lazy
get it out of your
fucking.
head. Get it out of
that's
your head.
some lazy
You're paying
girl.
for the massage.
That's true, yeah.
No. Get it out of your head.
Yeah.
You're paying for the massage. The hand stuff just happens, okay? And it makes the massage so much better.
Okay, if you're paying for a massage, like massages are great for sure. You're gonna roll over
Dude,
and you're
just-
just at full mast. Finish.
Dude, are you kidding me? It's the best, dude. Come to Vancouver. Come to Vancouver.
I'll show you.
Come to the van.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah. Come to the van. Close your eyes.
Yeah. Just imagine this
Spin
was
around.
a girl. Yeah. Oh fuck.
But I mean, like Robert Kraft, billionaire,
Yeah.
just like paying to like get his like dick whacked off. Like
Do it in your
something
own
about
home.
that is like fucking really lame.
Yeah.
Like,
come
yeah,
to me.
I
but I
see
guess
that.
that is
I
like
see
a
that,
level
yeah.
of like rich. Like if you didn't even have to masturbate anymore, you just had someone else do it for you. Like that's pretty fucking badass.
But like, I would believe
But
that.
you're so rich, you don't have to go
Yeah,
anywhere.
but go
I would
anywhere.
believe that if it was like you come to me though, like even if you were in Florida and you came to my hotel, like do it to me here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to leave my home.
Right, you should come here. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you-
how rich people
But
get
maybe there's
haircuts.
an element to that. Maybe that's part of the whole getting off for him is that he likes that greasy element. Who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe he wants to be seen.
He
You know.
wants-
Yeah, maybe.
He must be cucked.
yeah.
Quite possibly.
And like think of like Robert Kraft again. Like
No.
maybe what's his bank account? 500 million? Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But he's like looking at this like lowly jack off assistant that he's maybe giving them $1,000. Like I know you can get it done for way cheaper than that, Mike.
Yeah.
You can testify.
Oh yeah,
For
for sure.
cheap.
But you think he's just dropping a fucking G
Yeah, I
on
think
him?
he'd out of courtesy drop a G. But to him, it's like flicking like 3 pennies at someone to
Yeah.
fucking jack me off.
Yeah.
Here's 3 fucking
It's
cents.
true.
Like relatively,
That's
like
true.
that's
If you
nothing.
scale it,
scale
right,
it.
yeah.
It's nothing.
He's
He's
And
just,
he's
like,
like
wiping his ass with toilet paper
Yeah.
and throwing it at her.
he
like,
wipes his
jerk
ass
me
with his
off.
hand and rubs it in her hair.
Yeah. Come and get it.
Oh yeah,
For sure. That'll be an extra G.
You want another G on top, you piece of shit? For me to-
Yeah, there's got to
for me
be
to
like it's one of those
fart
things. So like, I
mid-hand
feel
job.
like when you're that rich, I mean, you could say successful, but what doesn't matter when you're that fucking rich? It's like, I'm sure you're still like you crave things that normal people crave, but there's also an element of like I can get away with anything.
Oh yeah. It seems
You know,
to be a
and I
trend
can do
that
anything,
we've
and I can-
uncovered on this show.
Yeah.
It's
gotta be part of it.
Last week talking about Kobe and like the legendary Kobe Bryant and all his rapes.
Okay. I didn't think there was only one that we know
Yeah.
of, but
that we know of. That's what I'm saying.
that
Like,
we know
it's
of
gonna come
allegedly.
out.
Oh,
come
it'll come
on.
out.
Like he's got a couple more stashed up there.
For sure.
They didn't call him the
for
Black
sure.
Mamba for no reason.
Wow. He
Wow.
didn't change his number from 8
Wow.
to 24 for no reason.
No.
Kobe
No.
24.
Yeah. He said it was because that's how many hours in the day it took to like accomplish his goals, but we know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like Danny Trejo in Con Air.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, they like called him like Johnny 23 because he had like 23 rape cases. He's like, they called him Johnny 100 if they knew it was good for them.
Yeah, I gotcha. Kobe 24.
Kobe 24.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. All adding up.
Do we?
Yeah, we got a question.
Do another
Let's
question.
fucking.
There was one.
You got
thing.
another thing?
There's one.
You're
thing
gonna throw the
that I
F word
noticed.
around, Mr. Hernandez?
No. There was one thing I noticed about this documentary, and it was a trend that happened for like a millisecond. All these losers on fucking social media, and it was the Hernandezing, when they'd fucking tuck their arms in their shirt and suck each other's dicks. I mean,
With your arms tucked in.
I used to do that when I was 12.
Like someone's
I'd
dick
put
with-
I'd put my dick up in my shirt.
What?
You know, like right, like
What?
that was a thing before Hernandezing. Like I used to do that with my dick. That's not like a something
You're combining
to boast
things
about.
for
Yeah.
no reason.
Where are you tucking your dick?
What does that have to do with Hernandez?
In my shirt.
In your shirt? Like how?
Like up?
How
Up.
big is your dick?
What does that have to do with Hernandez having handcuffs
Just
on?
bend over a little bit. Well, that was just like the thing. It was like a trend, and it was like the first thought was like, I remember when that was called shirt cocking, because I used to do that when I was 12.
I don't
You know?
understand what shirt cocking
All the
is.
boys did it. All the boys.
No, I've never. What the fuck is shirt cocking? I don't get this. Where are you tucking your
Put
dick?
your boner
Yeah.
up in your shirt. Well,
Yeah.
you've done it in the
You
waistband,
can tuck
right?
it up.
You
Yeah.
can tuck it into your waistband of your boxers or
Yeah.
underpants.
Well, maybe what if you're sitting down? It's also in your shirt.
If you're in school.
Scoot.
If you're in school, you fucking loser.
Okay. Jesus.
Okay, you cuck loser.
It's so like
Yeah, okay,
Like,
I'm combining
on the
two
line
things here,
of,
but
like,
it was my first.
pedophile, pedophilic, whatever the word
yeah.
is. To think of the amount of like teenage boys that just sit in classrooms with boners tucked into their shirts.
Oh.
Into their shirt.
Disgusting. It's
All of
absolutely
them.
disgusting.
Oh,
All of them. Literally everyone ever. Yeah, it's disgusting. Except for your brother, apparently. Your brother never
you
did
never
that.
tucked
I
up.
didn't tuck up. I just like let it ride the leg.
You gotta experiment a little bit,
No.
okay?
Let it ride my fucking.
Rub it on everything you can.
my quad. Do we got a question this
Yeah,
week?
we got a
Rub it on your
question.
quad.
Brian wants to know, what are the experts doing to prevent exposure from coronavirus?
Well, you see, this is
Fan
my thing. Like
immunity.
Keep it white?
I've suffered
Okay.
from coronavirus for a couple of years now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. And I guess like the first step is admitting it. And so like
Okay.
you know, I do consume a lot.
How many
of,
steps are
I
there?
consume a lot of alcohol. And,
Okay.
You know, isn't that what the coronavirus is? Just alcoholism.
If you take it with lime and a bit of salt.
Yeah. I got the coronavirus. Black lung. I got the coronavirus. I just thought it was
So
like
you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing.
I just thought it was alcoholism when everyone was like whining about it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in your world it is, but
Well, like, I, for one, am doing nothing because coronavirus is not a thing. The same way H1N1 was not a thing, swine flu's not a thing, avian flu's not a thing. Like, fuck off, all you loser diseases. You have to give me AIDS to take my immune system down even enough to catch a common cold. Like,
Wow.
Statement. I don't
Wow.
get sick.
Jesus.
Like,
Magic Johnson. over
Magic
here.
Johnson, over here. You're not
Except
catching
for the
me.
AIDS.
well,
Except for the odd time I've picked up a few things.
Yeah.
Talking about
yeah.
chlamydia.
But you were young. You were young.
Yeah.
You were young.
Yeah.
Young and
Yeah,
stupid.
you were young.
Yeah, young and stupid. But,
I mean, I'm doing the worst thing possible, and that's being closest to the highest concentration of potentially affected people.
Whoa,
So I'm
yeah,
doing
okay.
absolutely
you don't have
nothing.
to say it. You don't have to
Whoa.
say it. We know what you mean.
Whoa.
But
Yeah, you know what I fucking
we know
mean.
what you mean.
Come on.
They're landing here with it.
Whoa.
Trudeau's doing nothing
Yeah.
to screen anyone.
Yeah.
No, not in the West
No.
Coast.
More like true don't. Am I right?
True don't. True do it
You
better.
don't do shit.
No. I just can't believe that I don't know. Like people The one dude that fucking had it in Toronto,
Yep.
like, as far as I know, I heard that he went there like voluntarily and then came back with it. Like, what are you doing?
He's a fucking piece
What
of
do you
shit.
like? What the fuck, you piece
Ugh.
of shit?
He's also okay. On one hand, I say, yeah, that guy's a piece of shit, and on the other hand, the part of me that doesn't watch the news and all those things, yeah, you're gonna be fine. Like, fuck off. You're not 90 years old.
Yeah.
It's like I saw like an updated statistic this week. It's like maybe 500 people are infected and 150 have died in a city of 11 million. Like, fuck off. Like, you're fine.
Yeah.
You are fine. If you live in whatever that city's called, Oolong, if you live in fucking Tribe Oolong,
not Mulan. That's a Disney movie.
11 million people? Like, that is gigantic.
Yeah.
And 500 people have it? Or maybe it's more than 500. But it's still like 150 have died.
11 million.
Respect
900,
and, you know, condolences to the families of those 150. Respect to
with
the
everyone packed
yeah,
in there,
150.
though, there's a chance of it getting out of control. There is a chance.
It's out of control,
sure.
but no one. It's the flu. Like, fuck off. You're fine.
Yeah.
If you already have a bunch of shit
new flu.
and you live in a hospital,
Get some turmeric.
you're gonna die. Okay, the same
lemon.
way that the flu kills a lot of people every year. The same way Ebola kills a lot of people every year, but nobody cares.
Or the measles.
The measles. Everything kills. Like, you think of like
Coconuts
coconuts drowning in your neighbor's
Coconuts
pool.
kill
Peanuts, the silent killer.
Anything.
Yeah, peanuts.
Peanuts kill
all
more people.
the nuts.
You
Brazil
are
nuts.
fine. You are fine. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Pieces of shit.
Even like like Ebola
Vaccinated
is like the
fucking kid.
Ebola virus. Like, that's the scariest thing of all time.
It's pretty scary.
But you know how many people get Ebola and live and are absolutely fine?
0.
Most people
I
that
don't
get
know.
it
I
are
would have
fine.
said 0.
Most
I
people.
definitely would have said 0.
Most people.
No.
It's like the
Who
10%.
do you know that's had Ebola?
It's like
and
the 10% die. It's the same. It's always the people like under 9 and the people over 60.
No way. Have you ever seen like all the people that die from people like
A lot of
in
people die.
Africa?
Yeah, but how many people live?
0.
Lots. It's like really bad diarrhea.
Oh my god, yeah,
It's
your
bloody.
organ.
It's bloody diarrhea.
Yeah.
But like a lot
Organ
of people
failure.
live through it.
I don't think a lot of people do.
If Ebola was spreading the same way Oolong tribe vibe, what's it called?
Wuhan.
Fuck,
Coronavirus.
coronavirus is going.
Bird
That would
flu.
be scarier. But that's not what we're
Yeah.
dealing with. We're dealing with one city in China that has some weird fucking bat disease because they eat fucking at open meat markets. Like, that's
Stewed
fucked.
bats.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
That's fucked. Don't eat there.
Stop doing that,
don't.
Rest of the world is fine. Like, lay
Really
off.
don't.
Lay off. Lay off the Facebook post. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wash
it's
your
it's
fucking
just people
hands.
getting crazy about the tiniest little thing. But I mean, that's this day and age. Information is so readily available. I mean, everyone's trying to
Suck each other's dicks.
Suck each other's dicks, yeah.
trying to suck each other's dicks and live 100 years. It's like some people just have to die.
Some people
Okay.
do.
Yeah. Culling
Yeah.
the herd.
Color
Like, it's just that's nature.
It's nature.
That's fucking nature.
There might be too
I
many
mean,
people in that
I'm
city.
not
11
too
million, that's a
worried
lot.
about it.
Well, I think the real culprit here are these like open live markets.
Oh,
that
the
it
open
really
market.
comes back to like maybe don't have.
Well, yeah, but that's never gonna change.
Yeah,
No, but like
that's China.
Maybe
That's
they
China.
should stop
You know?
That's how
that
they do it.
China.
That's
Like
how they do it.
You
They're
know,
not ever, never gonna stop that.
But
That's their bread and butter,
maybe
buddy.
they should though.
Like,
Like stop trying to.
They probably should,
Yeah.
but they will
They
not
will never.
ever
No.
in our lifetime. No, we'll be getting sick off bats and sharks and
Yeah.
fucking jellyfish, you know, for
Yeah.
until we're dead.
Until
from
we're
it.
dead.
Like
That's all it is. You mash all those animals together, especially the shark.
Yeah.
Once the shark gets into the fucking monkey, and the monkey gives it to the bat, we're
Yeah,
fucked.
that's it. You're
The
fucking done.
dog, the local
You're
cat,
done.
like, they're going to
Yeah,
eat everything.
they're all fucking each
They're going
other.
to gut them all on the same table.
Yeah.
Are any of the other countries like okay? So basically, they're limiting travel to and from that region. I imagine. I had hoped.
Yeah.
Who
Are
the
they
fuck has
also
ever been there
limiting
before?
import from that region? Like, there's got to be stuff produced there.
Maybe.
Like, they're
It's
huge,
11 million
huge,
people
huge.
live there. That's a lot.
No, I don't think anything's coming out.
Dude, there's
though.
factories there.
There's got to be something.
There's factories
No, but they've
there.
shut.
There's
They've
got to be
shut
something
that shit
making
all
it.
down.
Shut it down.
Wuhan.
Factories are closing and
okay,
the army
good.
is full.
Like, did you not see those videos where like they're just like spraying like smoke and fog everywhere? That was like a disinfectant.
That's for like Facebook photo.
It's not from Facebook.
That's like some
video.
hippie shit.
No.
That's some hippie
No,
shit.
it's
not
They're
doing
just
shit.
smudging
Yeah,
China.
No, it was like just like the government going and spraying everything down.
The
with
government
like,
in
the
China
government.
looking out for the
For
people.
the people. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This
They're
guy's
spraying
fucking
Corona
cuck.
all over everybody.
Yeah, that's Corona. That's what they're spraying.
That is
That's
Corona.
There's too
Yeah,
many people
but-
live here.
Yeah. It's like Girls
Yeah.
Gone Wild.
That
but
is-
with
Yeah,
wax.
there's no beads. It's just fucking Corona splashed. on there.
Corona.
I'm telling you, like I hate to be that guy,
You are.
but 50 years from now, our population's gonna be just as fucking crazy, and there's no way around.
There's no
it.
way.
Like, we're gonna be dealing with
Oh,
the same
we'll be
shit.
long dead.
Everyone's coming here from all over the
Yeah.
place. Plus, we're still fucking and having babies irresponsibly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like, and we're allowing
Fucking
hundreds
right.
of thousands of people to immigrate here every year. Plus, the states have their, issues with that as well. It's like we're gonna have 11 million people in the cities within our
Oh,
lifetime,
easily.
for sure. For
Spay
sure.
and neuter
Toronto
your
will
pets,
double
but
in the next 10
fucking
years.
breed when you want.
Yeah. Back to like
Yeah, it's fucked, man.
last
Fuck.
episode's topic of like online dating. I was talking to some lady a few weeks ago. I don't remember what fucking country it was from. One of those ones. And just like, oh, why did you move to Canada? And her answer was like, honestly, it's just the easiest place to move in the entire world. And it's like, fair.
Nice.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Yeah, for now though. That's for now.
Good answer.
Because
Fair.
there's a limit to that. There's a fucking limit to it. There's infrastructure, resources, the need. At a certain point, it doesn't stimulate the economy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the claim of the Canadian government, is that it stimulates the economy. It creates jobs. It creates wealth. It's all
Maybe.
this stuff coming in well, that's what they're telling us. No, it's not actually happening. I can see it from the fucking ground. There's not a place for half the population to live unless it's going to be stacked on top of one another.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You know,
gotta
it's
get
like
that
they're
infrastructure, though.
they're building
Infrastructure.
they're building laneway houses behind houses that are suitable for one family. They got 10 people in the everybody's doing this. Everybody, every race, religion, creed. You got 10 people living in a single family home because you've separated it with renovations, and then you build a house in your backyard to put 4 or 5 more people. It's like, when is it gonna fucking end, dude? There's no room.
You just stack them up.
For even
What's that?
there's no room to be having kids here. Nothing.
What's
You
that?
don't have fucking room.
Like last Steven Spielberg movie about all the video games and stuff. What was that called? Ready Player One?
Schindler's List.
No, not Schindler. We're not going there. We're going toward Ready Player One. Just like people
No idea what that
stacked on top of each other in a junkyard. Like that's the future. But you still got
Oh,
iPads
yeah.
and shit.
That is the future. Yeah.
That's the
Or
future.
Google Eyes.
You got
or
all
whatever.
that, but you still live on. You're in a junkyard, stacked on top of each other.
Dude,
Well,
I'm
that
telling you,
should
we're
be
gonna
a-
be all. We're all gonna be turned into blobs,
Should-
and we're just gonna be making money for people. That's it.
Yeah, your
It's
future.
gonna be
Fucking
Yeah.
blob.
World's first blob.
Blob light. Let's get
Blob
out of
light.
here.
Let's
bitch.
wrap that. Yeah, so, pretty
Yeah,
much experts. Download us every Thursday. Hot new episode on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, wherever you get podcasts. Tell your friends. Tell your coworkers. We love you, you guys. Last words this week?
I don't have maybe does Aaron Hernandez's father have anything to say?
Aaron's father, what's his name? What do you have?
Slap the faggot right out of you.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez.
Until next time.
Golly, like, what a homo.
We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.